And welcome back to more Super Mario Sunshine. So last time, we collected almost every blue coin and 2 hidden shine sprites in Sirena Beach, so this time we're heading back there for the 100 coins and the final blue coin. So we're heading to episode 5. Normally, I don't actually collect the 100 coins in this episode, but because we're here for the blue coin anyway, I want to give this a try. There should still be enough coins here if we thoroughly comb each area. For example, to start out, we're heading over to the various torches over here to try to get a few coins from each of them. So when you extinguish a torch, they will give you a coin, like so. This one won't, because this was where the blue coin was. By the way, I'm pretty sure I actually haven't talked about it yet, but this area has a bit of a unique Easter egg. So, basically, the pool area is designed to look like a GameCube controller. So, basically over here, we have this pool representing the analog stick, we have the start button here, and we have the face buttons over here. Kind of a nice little detail. I guess this hut over here would be the D-pad, and the other one would be the C-stick, by extension. But yeah, kind of a neat little, extra detail. I feel like the GameCube controller is really fascinating because of how iconic it is, how it basically has been carried over across multiple generations, and is still exceedingly beloved despite despite a few shortcomings, like the very tiny D-pad, and the lack of an extra bumper, having only one Z button instead of a traditional 2-bumper layout. So yeah, that's really weird, but it's still just a very iconic and beloved controller. I personally am not the biggest fan of it, just because of the D-pad. It doesn't really work well for side-scrollers, for obvious reasons, but overall, it's still a very solidly designed controller. So, first of all, we have 10 coins, which isn't a lot, but it will probably make a difference for reaching the total. Mario, the casino's this way. Well, actually, I must admit that unfortunately the casino's closed today. You see, there are creepy sounds coming from the basement. Could we trick you? I mean, ask for your help? Oh, thank you. I like how he says trick you, as if Mario would not want help anyway. Like, they could just ask Mario and he would probably oblige. And yet he's like, oh, can we trick you into helping? It's like, thanks. So yet again, all of these torches should have coins for us. The bulk of the coins should be inside the hotel itself, but we want to actually finish this inside the casino, so we can also get the blue coin. So once we get to about like 90 to 95, I'll probably stop collecting coins here and then go to the casino. So we need to basically retrace our steps through the episode 3 intended route in order to basically collect as many coins as we can throughout the hotel. Overall, I actually really like the layout of the Hotel Delfino. It's a fairly compact area, but it's still very charming, I think. I've talked about this a little bit already, but if there's one thing that this game kind of excels at, I think it is charm. It has heart, even though a lot of the design elements kind of leave a lot to be desired at times. And that's, I think, what sets this game apart from some other games. I feel like that's also something the Galaxy games and games like Odyssey do well, and why games like 3D Land and 3D World, while still very solid games, aren't quite as fondly remembered by comparison. I would love to eventually play through 3D Land, but I actually don't have a way to capture enough footage for a project like that. Sadly, because I actually think it is a solid game, just slightly unambitious and very straightforward, kind of in the same vein as New Super Mario Bros. Rather than a traditional 3D Mario, but I still think it has its charms. Even with all of this game's problems, this is probably among my favorite 3D Marios. Yeah, it's largely nostalgia, but still, I think the positives overall outweigh the negatives. But I do think Galaxy 1 is the best overall package, while Galaxy 2 has the best level design, so eventually, maybe if it ever gets re-released, I would actually also like to go through Galaxy 2, and also maybe even redo my playthrough of Galaxy 1 with Luigi, because I only did a Mario playthrough a few years ago, so I might go ahead and redo that playthrough, but with Luigi at some point. I've actually been enjoying revisiting a lot of older playthroughs, basically because a lot of these playthroughs are several years old when I was just starting out. I feel like I can do a much better job going through these games now than back then, so it's been fun getting the opportunity to replay some of these older games that, even though I've already played for my channel, I just felt like I could have done a better job, and hopefully I am. So, it's also a bit of a balancing act, though, because I don't want to basically redo too many playthroughs in a row, to avoid just, oversaturation of just redos. So yeah, every few playthroughs I'm enjoying actually going back through some older projects, though. And do have a few more in mind for the rest of the year, but most of the playthroughs this year should be brand new to my channel. The remainder of the coins should be in the attic, so let's go through here really quickly. I feel like this attic is fairly confusing. Luckily, you really don't need to traverse this too much, just episode 3 and episode which episode? Episode 8, with the red coins. Beyond that, you really don't need to go through here too much. It is also helpful to have different entrances to different rooms, but again, if you go through with episode 7, to collect the blue coins, you really don't need to take all of these alternate pathways. But it is nice to still have the option to collect everything in more than one episode. And speaking of collecting things in more than one episode, it is time to go to the casino. Mario, right this way, please. So we have 1 coin here and 2 boos, which still drop coins, thankfully. And we have a ton of coins over there, but first, before I forget, this M only appears in this specific episode, even though you can access the casino in episode 4. It's really dumb. I'm not really a fan of that, but still, we are basically done here, so all that's left is to collect a few more coins over here, and we are done. And, with that, we have completed another area. So, next up is most people's least favorite area for blue coins, I would imagine, and that is Noki Bay. This is going to be interesting. I think, to start out, we want to go to episode 6. Alright, 2 blue coins are exclusive. The 2 circles there and there are only in this episode. We have to be here anyway for the red coins, so we might as well get all of those in one go. Because the water is clear, there are a few other blue coins that will be a lot easier to collect in this episode, because there's also a special item near the top. I am not a fan of this, by the way. We need to get the turbo nozzle, but where's the turbo nozzle? At the top of the level. It's kinda silly, if I'm being honest. I actually don't recall exactly where this is. It might be in here. Yeah, that's where it is. So yeah, this is exceedingly remote. This is probably the worst turbo nozzle to get, in my opinion. But we have it, so we are good to go. This might also be where we go for the 100 coins, because as you can see, there are a lot of coins here, so this might be a place we revisit a little bit later, but we might also try episode 8, because we need to go there underwater for a few blue coins as well. Do I have enough height for this? I might have to circle around and jump for it, like so. Another alternative is to use a boat, because there is a tanuki with a boat shop over on the other side, near the tricky ruins from episode 2. Clearly, this is going very well. Swimmingly, you could say. Let's try to steer a little bit farther out and then go for it. I think I'm jumping too high, so I need to jump later than what I'm doing. Or I could just jump from here. That might work a little bit better. Alright, so with those 2 or 3 out of the way, let's go over here to this giant circle and take out these 2 corresponding blue coins. I'm pretty sure this is the only other level besides the plaza itself where the tanuki appears. Yeah, basically he lets you rent boats for this purpose. And in general, I would probably recommend using the boats instead of trying to use the turbo nozzle to get those particular blue coins floating above the water, but that still worked out. While we're here, this also is a fairly isolated one down here. There's a blue coin at the bottom of the ocean. This is actually a case where getting caught by that fish would not be the worst thing in the world, and getting dragged a little bit farther down, a little bit faster would be kind of nice, actually. But now we have the problem of having to swim back up, which is not easy because of the same fish. Alright, so the bulk of the blue coins we will be getting, I think, in episode 2, because... actually, no, that's not a good idea. I don't know how I'm going to go about this, to be honest. Noki Bay, in terms of blue coins, is just kind of a mess, because this is like the biggest area. Like, in terms of overall space, I think this is probably the largest area in the entire game. So it's a little bit overwhelming when trying to collect everything. For example, there's several in the blooper area where you fight the boss. The problem with that, though, is if we go to episode 2, we actually have to fight the bloopers. So I actually might also go out of my way to collect those ones now. Why am I going this way, then? I need to cut through the ruins. Also, the rocket nozzle, I'm pretty sure, is only in a very specific episode, which means a lot of blue coins we'll be getting probably in episode 2, maybe episode 1 even. But if we check up here, I don't think the rocket nozzle is going to be here. It might. Oh, it is still here. Cool. Never mind then. So that works out. So hey, might as well. I actually don't think it appears anywhere else, so it doesn't really do us much good, sadly, but still, might as well start collecting a few of these while we're here. Like so, and that punches you for some reason. Alright, so next up, we want to go over here, I guess. It's actually not going to be too bad with the rocket nozzle. We might be able to actually bypass a few things. Actually, should I worry about that now? I do still want to collect the hidden Shine Sprite, and we do have a bit of a hike to get there. So actually, I might save that for later. But yeah, we just need to remember to not go there in episode 2, otherwise we'll have to fight the blooper. But yeah, this is kind of where things start to get really tricky in terms of efficiency. Like other areas, you really don't have to put too much thought into which episodes to go to. But this one has a lot of weird catches where it's like, oh, you can get the blue coin here, but you have to put in a lot more work to reach that spot. So overall, I'm not really a fan of this. Noki Bay is an area I really like. It's just the blue coins and the 100 coins that are just so frustrating that it kind of drags down my overall opinion of the entire area to some extent. And I remember in my original playthrough, this is actually probably where I got the most frustrated because of trying to get specific blue coins and also repeatedly falling down to lower levels. So let's actually take care of the secret. Also, yes, I still have not forgotten about Pianta Village Episode 8. We'll be taking care of all of the remaining Pianta Village stuff after Noki Bay. We're actually almost done with this playthrough, by the way. We really don't have much left. So first of all, we have one right here. We have a minute and a half, not a lot of time, but that still should be more than enough. I'm pretty sure there's a coin on top of one of these block structures. Yeah, I can see the shadow of it. This is slightly tricky. Just kind of side-flipped off of the side of this triangle to make it over there. Not exactly, I think, how they intended you to get that, but it still works. Next up is this one here. Yeah, this one's kind of tricky. It's not too bad, I find, but a lot of them are actually surprisingly densely packed into this final section in ways that are still fairly complicated to reach. This jump is so much easier with F.L.U.D, like so, and this one here. That means the final one is over there. So overall, not too bad. For one of the last secrets, this one is strangely straightforward. Even the Shine Sprite doesn't require going through the final stretch, which is really nice. It's just right over here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get everything in Noki Bay next time, but we will be doing our best to collect the remaining blue coins at least. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Super Mario Sunshine.